Y'all, we have time for just one more segment, and this is our jam of the week.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done.
Did you guys watch Supernatural? Hell yeah.
So, man, I had to go through so many fucking Supernatural comments. I have never seen the show, but I have been made to understand this is the theme song of the show.
This is the theme song of the show.
Okay, yeah. So I didn't know that. I started. It's what made this one kind of difficult. I saw a couple comments that were like, "Oh, this is going to be an interesting comment section," as we'll see in a moment. But my God, there were so many just references to that show that I was trying to figure out, and I was like, "Okay," because I've never seen it.
I've watched it. I've watched most of it, but I started watching it like a few years ago. And they have a hardcore fan base.
Oh, hell yes, they do.
Extremely intense.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And like I like it and stuff, but I'm like, dang, I don't have these sorts of feelings about it.
Right. But let us now get down into the comment section of Kansas's Carry On My Wayward Son. This is from the album Leftoverture from 1976. This song has 268 million views, 103,932 comments.
Dang.
And
okay. And they're all like,
I found the best.
Sam and Dean.
I got rid of all the Supernatural because I don't understand if they're funny. I don't know. So I was like, well.
They're probably not.
Yeah. No. So let's get down into it. First up, Oliver Roberts from 2 years ago. My son is a drunk, and I mean a drunk, LOL. He comes home from school, drinks, goes to bed, wakes up, drinks. Seriously, LOL. I won't say just how young he is. Seriously, it's astonishing.
He's 11.
Carry on, my wayward son, LOL. And I'm like, there's no LOL. This is horrifying. Do something. You're the boy's father.
Well, he's the one buying him the booze.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Look how funny he is.
Yeah.
Or is he like trying to write like a fictional thing about what he thinks this song is about? Like, my son's so wayward.
Yeah.
Gets up in the morning.
That's a good point.
It's like he's still going to school. Sounds like a functional alcoholic to me.
Yeah.
It's a YouTube comment section. It's like almost impossible to tell irony and satire because there's so many real crazy ones.
Right. Well, I usually go ahead and take the step of clicking on the profile, because if they have videos that they themselves have produced, then they are pushing an agenda, and perhaps it is satire. If there's just like not following anything, not posting anything, I'm like, okay, this is just a loose guy in the wind.
Loose cannon.
Yeah. Next up, Atlas M from 2 years ago. That's Steve Walsh on that keyboard. Steve is the only guy on a keyboard still getting pussy to this day.
True.
I'm 26. Imagine me trying to explain my friends this.
He's getting the pussy.
My friends got no taste. They want to listen to techno?
This guy also gets no pussy.
That's what he's saying, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I just
should meet a lady who likes candles.
Right. Also, has this man talked to Billy Joel? Perhaps.
Also, does this guy know how techno's produced?
Right, yeah, it's a lot of keyboards.
A lot of
keyboards involved with the techno.
But they are some dry dick motherfuckers. These DJs and music producers.
Oh, yeah.
They never get any.
Get the chain smokers away from me. Craig Finnegan from 7 months ago. Help! I'm back on my high school bus on the way home, where my father is waiting for me with more of his bullshit. I'm 57 years old now. How the hell did I get back on this bus?
I'm worried for so many.
Yeah, he's having PTSD.
He is literally.
To the song.
That is exactly what is happening. Yes,
they genuinely seem lost, and I'm scared.
Yeah. He's like, this is taking me back, brother. I'm ready to fight my dad in the driveway, even though he's been dead because I killed him.
This takes me out to the bad old days, man. I love to think about this shit.
Bring it on, old man. Jonathan from 9 years ago. If I tried meth, I think this song is better from How the High, but still, weed is always there for me.
Jonathan, you've definitely done meth. Holy shit. Who theorizes what meth high would be like while listening to Kansas?
To be cooler on meth.
Elliot Met from 1 year ago. I wish it could be like this days still. Like the 80s. Now we have idiots with tons of makeup and alone. All alone. No bands anymore. So sad these days. I'm going to make a band, though, and try to bring back life in life.
I'm still stuck on the makeup thing. Like, who is he talking about?
Kesha? I don't know. It's from
Kiss?
Yeah, it's Kiss. Yeah, God damn it, Kiss is ruining fucking music. This is from 2021. Yeah, I just like the
What's
and they're alone
comment from 1 year ago? You know, this isn't like emo phase.
Yeah, I don't know. Ian Donacci from 3 years ago. I'm an old codger and a nonconformist. Still happy. I refuse to buy into the covert belts. Still, I have a house, a beach close by, and peace in my heart. Living a real life with lots of friends. And I traveled the world with no credit cards, no debt. They cannot control me.
Oh my God.
Hell
Is he
yeah,
a sovereign
dude.
citizen?
No, I just like that this man is announcing, like, I travel with large amounts of cash.
Yeah.
You should absolutely look for Ian Donacci.
I feel like this guy's a million years old, and he's just reminiscing on the times when you had to pay for everything
Yeah.
in cash.
Oh, yeah, yeah. John Gifford, 1 year ago. I've quit my job and sold my home of 10 years in California. Gone to South Dakota to find a new home. And I failed. My wife reminded me that I had seen Wichita as a great potential for prosperity. As I crossed that great plain of Nebraska, this song came to me. Kansas. There will be peace when I am done. Hell yeah. So this guy's like,
Yeah.
fuck all y'all. I'm going to Kansas. Why? Because of a rock song from 1976.
It's like you were a California homeowner, dude, and then you were like, I'm gonna go to South Dakota.
I got rid of so much fucking equity. It's
Yeah.
not even funny.
It's so sad. I'm like, man, your poor wife.
I understand wanting to live other places.
Sure.
but I don't understand how you could go from California to like South Dakota.
Yeah, that's drastic.
That's a drastic
And
change.
then to Kansas, which is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I know we got listeners in Kansas, but that's a downshift.
And I mean, like, I'm
from
sure
South Dakota.
Yes, South
Damn.
Dakota is gorgeous. I'm sorry, Kansas
is
has
beautiful.
Kansas has cool towns, but man, driving in western Kansas, you might as well be in the middle of the ocean, except the water is wheat. It's just fucking wheat as far as you can see. It's America's breadbasket, some have called it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I call
I
it
did
that
not
all the
know.
time.
we all
I didn't
do.
know.
Brian McWhite from 11 months ago, and by the way, he previously appeared on Alan Jackson's Chattahoochee in episode 309. Brian McWhite, 2022 rules forever. I'm head singer for Kansas, and all the country singers they play on K102 forever. Promise to God. Paul Stanley of Kiss and all the rock and roll singers they play on Cool 108 forever. Promise to God. Clint Eastwood forever. Promise to God. I'm Will Ferrell forever. Promise to God. I'm staying out of jail, and that's a promise to God.
Good.
2022 is the very best year of my life and always will be. Thank God Facebook and YouTube don't run up my phone bill. I vote Bengals and 49ers for the Super Bowl, and Bengals will be the champs. Bye now.
Whoa,
Yeah.
dude.
That is, isn't that fucking wild? 11 months ago, this guy probably called what is literally about to happen in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is in the Super. I don't follow football at all.
I just, when I was reading this, I was like, how did the Bengals do this year? I was like, oh, fuck, he's right.
Potentially, they could meet in the There's one more game two more games to decide who ends up in the Super Bowl,
And
but
that is
it's a front. Those are two front runners.
Yeah.
You
for
should
it.
follow that. He could be a prophet.
yeah, I was gonna say he might be a prophet, or at least a guy you could take to Vegas
Yeah.
with you.
He at least has probably one of these right.
Yeah, it's fucking
He got an
crazy.
almanac for the future.
Yeah. Oh God, he's Biff Tannen.
Yeah, it's Biff.
Michael Pels from 4 months ago.
But also, that guy was crazy. Other than all that, we forgot to even mention that. We were just amazed by his football pick.
Like, wow.
He is Paul Stanley and
He's
the lead singer
the
of
rest
Kansas.
of it.
Somewhere between 30 to 50 years in the past. It's
Yeah.
hard to tell.
Yeah, the rest of it felt like a church
Yeah.
reading or something.
Promise to God.
Promise to God.
Michael Pels from 4 months ago. This is the Kansas I would get in fistfights with my teacher over Eagle songs. I won then, and I win now. Except back then, police were called, and now I still hear beautiful music.
Whoa.
It's like this guy is in a home.
A lot of violent memories attached to this song for people.
Also, I just want to know what happened with the teacher who was playing Eagles, and this guy was like, "Fucking Eagles suck, dude. Play Kansas." And then they're like, "You want to fight, bitch?" And then they had a fight in the chemistry lab. It was just tumbling over Bunsen burners and shit.
The teacher's like, every day people ask me to play Hotel California.
Yeah.
Every day I do. If you fight me.
Tom Adams from 6 months ago. Way too drunk and high right now. Half a bottle of Jack, 3/4 a bottle of Screwball. Can't stop thinking about my future. Hope someday I meet a woman who loves me for me. Even if it don't happen, that is my ultimate wish. The one thing I truly want. I might be drunk as shit right now, but that's all I want. Just a wholesome woman who loves me for me. Probably worst place to write this, but fuck it.
Yeah, dude.
I'm super drunk.
This is something you just think while you're staring out the window with your shit face. You're not supposed to share this with anyone.
What's his username? I mean, I'm just saying.
Tom Adams.
Okay.
Too generic to look up.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Find him.
I'd take a bullet for whomever it is in life in a heartbeat.
Oh, he's a sweet guy. You're right.
Sweet guy.
I had to
I'm
sacrifice. If I had to sacrifice myself in order for them to live, say a heart transplant, I'd do it before the doctor could finish.
I do need a heart transplant.
That's all I want before everything goes black, to be with a woman who loves me. Cliche, I know, but it's what I really want in life. It's like there are other websites for this.
I think
Is he a virgin, do you think?
it's very possible. It's very possible.
Like, it's because it just sounds so like a woman who loves me.
I've never touched a woman. Well, that's the thing. That's the term loves me for me is a red flag almost.
Yeah.
Because that's almost like an incel thing. Where it's just like, women don't love me for who I am, and also I refuse to change because who I am rules.
Right. Yeah. It's like,
I'm a man and I'm going my own way.
Yeah. What do you mean a relationship is about compromising? What are you talking about? I have to be me. I got two more here. Skate C from 8 years ago. When I was in the 3rd grade, I brought a kitten to school in my backpack. I just happened to be in PE that day. On PE days, we leave our stuff outside. So I left my pack outside in the sun. I was excited, and I forgot about the cat. When I got back, the cat was dead.
No!
What the fuck?
I was so ashamed that I didn't say anything, and I left the dead cat in my bag all day.
Oh my god.
At the end of the school day, I put the cat in the trash. The next day, the teacher was so mad, she had the counselor come and talk to me and the class to see who had done it. I can remember being in class for about an hour and nobody knew who had done it, and at the end of the day, some other kid got blamed, and I got off scot-free. I never took another cat to school, though. And I was like, this guy is a serial killer.
Psychopath.
I'm gonna go hug my cat when I get home.
We are a no snitching podcast, but if the FBI needs to start making a list, Skate C 8 years ago.
Was it his kid? I'm so confused.
It seems like it was his kitten, and he just put it in a backpack and then just had fun all day and was then shocked to find the cat.
Parenting gone horribly.
So horribly wrong.
And the fact that he tells it like, and then I got away with it.
And then that's the part. That's the part. If he was, if there was like any contrition at all, but he's like, they never knew it was me.
He's like, when I was a kid, I felt bad about it.
I don't anymore. Now I'm just killing cats with impunity.
Yeah. His laugh is for sure. Yeah.
Oh man, what? And why this song?
I don't know.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Also, this was in Kansas. I'm from Kansas.
Maybe carry on my wayward son.
Yeah, kitty on my way. I don't know. And finally, I Bleed Whiskey, Planet One, from 3 years ago. Second concert I ever went to back in the 70s. Some motherfucking idiots set off military-grade tear gas as Kansas was coming back onto the stage to play. And I am for sure it was going to be this song. They bailed. I don't blame them. We could not hold our eyes open, and everyone was trying to get out of there, me and my mate, Jay, included. It was hard as fuck to go somewhere when you can't hold your eyes open, though, and that slowed things up. Outside, there were a couple fountains, and people were in there screaming and washing their eyes out.
What the
bastard that set off the tear gas would have been torn limb from limb if anyone knew who they were. And by the way, this was considered a hard rock concert, so the police never did shit, and they were never caught. I'm sure that surprises you.
There has to be like a news report about this.
I
if this
looked
is
it
real.
up. I really did. I looked it up in like newspapers.com and I didn't find anything about
Yeah.
it.
Set off
course.
tear gas at a Kansas concert?
Yeah,
I think
somebody
it was
threw-
the guy with the cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It feels like
Look at the little pretties run.
This is a hard rock concert. They'll never do anything about it.
yeah.
I feel like if Kansas did interviews, this maybe would have come up
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's like, hey, have you ever had a show where you were attacked with military
tear
chemical
gas?
weapons?
Yeah, like Dave Matthews Band like dumped a pile of poo over the Chicago River, and no one has ever forgotten.
That's right. No, I mean, you can't forget
Which you
that.
can't. I mean,
No.
like imagine being on an architectural tour and being covered in Dave Matthews. Band's poo.
I mean, if it was a better band, we'd have forgiven him by now. But it was Dave.
It
So
was Dave Matthews Band, which
Sorry.
sucks.
Like,
Sorry to
yeah.
their fans.
yeah, absolutely. Look, if it was the Clash, shit all over me. But DMB, no way. But yeah, that is Kansas. Carry on, My Wayward Son, our jam of the week.
Majestic.